Live, late-breaking, investigative. This is More in the Morning on KCTV5.
Two more exciting games later today if you're inside, because you know many of us, we're going to be outside today enjoying the fresh air. But when that cold comes back later this week, of course, we'll be once again stuck inside our home, and poor air quality can really affect your health. So what can you do to improve it? Well, Don Derry Jr. with Kansas City Waterproofing, he is here with some tips for us this morning. Thank you for joining us, Don.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
We were talking a little bit, and you were telling us that mold is the #1 cause of bad air quality.
It is. Mold inside of the home is not good, especially for the elderly and for small children, because their respiratory systems are not as strong as yours and I's. That when the mold is in there, they can cause asthma, cause problems with breathing, cause sinus problems, cause headaches. And that's why we don't recommend that people, if they have a mold problem, they can visually see it.
Yeah.
We don't recommend that they remove it themselves, because you can't use 409 or something like that to kill mold.
Because when you start wiping it, the spores will just throw up in the air and land everywhere.
You put them in the air, you get them throughout the rest of the house, you take boxes from the basement that are moldy, you take them upstairs, put them on your master bed, and the next thing you know, you got mold spores there. So you want a professional to make sure that they evaluate that and do it properly.
Well, let's talk about mold. What does it look like for those that might not know what to recognize when they're looking for it?
Well, there's a million types of mold. The most common are black mold, which is Stachybotrys, which that's the dangerous mold, and that's what caused a big problem with mold. There's green mold, there's blue mold. A lot of times it depends on what the mold's eating. And sheetrock, or carpeting, or the back of carpeting, it can be all kinds of different colors.
And you're going to find it really wherever water has come into the house.
Exactly. That's why we always recommend that if you have water in the house, clean it up within 24 to 48 hours, because that's when mold starts to grow. And so the sooner you get it cleaned up, the less likely we'll have to have mold inside the basement.
So the basement's probably the first place to check. You go downstairs, visually look for any discoloration on the cement down there, the foundation. If you have obviously a water problem that you've had some leakage and stuff, then that's probably when they need to call you.
That is, because the water leaks need to be repaired professionally. That keeps the mold out of the house. It also keeps insects from coming through cracks, which can cause problems with the structure of the foundation itself, because water causes structural damage.
Right.
It damages concrete, it damages wood, it damages all the components of a home itself. And that's why we highly recommend that if you have any water problems, that you get them fixed. Yeah,
those tips we had on just a few seconds ago, seal those foundation cracks is #1.
Right.
Can people do it themselves, or are they better off calling a professional?
Well, obviously you can do anything yourself. It depends on if you want a permanent solution or if you want something that you're going to have to do again.
I see.
We get a lot of customers that they've repaired them themselves over the years, and then they finally get tired of redoing it. Then they call a professional company like ours to, make the repairs permanent.
Obviously, we have some rain coming in the forecast, so something to keep in mind if you've got leaks coming in your house, mold in your house, and you're not feeling well. Like you said, if you go to work and you're feeling great, you go home, you're feeling sick.
Right.
Probably have a mold problem or some sort of air quality problem you want to get checked out.
Right. And a lot of times you can't see it. So you have to have that air tested to make sure to see what's actually in the air itself.
KC Waterproofing, where are you guys located at?
We're in Parkville, Missouri, Kansas City. We're at 816-505-9990.
Thanks for joining us this morning, Don.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Great tips.